And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. And you know what that means? It means it's time for GotBot Goes live. Of course, I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, baby, hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for. And all my social media links, all of that in the description down below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member, baby. And we have a bit of news to cover. Some things that people have been asking me about all week. Hopefully tonight will be a less controversial night than last week. We have an unboxing, an unexpected unboxing that is a long time coming, really, in a weird roundabout way. And when I got the box, I expected it to be one thing, and I was surprised that it's another. Fun fact, the thing that I thought it was supposed to arrive today, and it didn't. We'll get to that in just a little bit. So I'm mostly set up, to be honest with you. Let's just adjust a couple of very small things. And I know I'm on here a little bit earlier than usual, so kind of bear with me a bit. I'm trying to kind of just have an easy Thursday, get this kind of get our night kind of started here early. So hopefully people are like, oh no, I didn't miss too much. Tommy, I see you there. BS Prime, happy that you're here. Input, glad you're here, buddy. Hey Blue, happy you're here. Ultra Megatronus. Good, I'm good. Today's been a good day. Today's been a good day. As we go up. Hey Razor Matrix, Jay, happy you're here. I'm not hunting, but tuning in. Well, honestly, Jay, based on what I saw earlier, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you were hunting earlier today, buddy. Hey Sawyer, happy to see you here. Masterfar, happy to see you here. Maximal 10 Blue. I know I'm going down here pretty quick, guys, so like bear with me just a little bit. Danny, happy to see you here as always. Always a treat. Okay, we're going to jump into the news and try and get that kind of out of the way, because I think last week I was like 40 minutes before we got to the news. So let's get into the news first. First things first, Fans Hobby showed off their grayscale version of their Energon Optimus Prime. Not just the Energon Optimus Prime, the one affectionately known as Fatimus Prime, but him with all of his drone parts attached to him and in vehicle mode. We saw the truck and the trailer a little while ago, and we saw that the trailer seemed to be able to be reconfigured in many fashions. It's very compartmentalized. It really does kind of pull off the idea of being a base along with the drones quite well. The drones are scaled nicely with Optimus in vehicle mode, and the combined mode looks tremendous. It is pretty much the same size as their iteration of Armada Optimus Prime, which is pretty good, certainly less kibbly. I think that this might be a much better version of that Fatimus Prime, as they like to call him. Fans Hobby, they found a niche there with doing things that other companies weren't doing, and they've been sticking with it and really knocking it out of the ballpark. Trumpeter showed their model kits for Bumblebee movie Blitzwing and something called Original B, which I guess is from the Bumblebee movie. Apparently, at least the Blitzwing comes with a second base piece that goes with the first Trumpeter set, which was also Bumblebee. So I think there's actually two Bumblebee model kits. These don't transform. They're model kits. They are what they are. Fully painted, fully detailed, pretty highly articulated. So if you're into model kits, I don't know, maybe Trumpeter. I'm not familiar with the company, so I can't say a whole lot about it. But they look nice. Let's see. What else do we have? Cyberverse is apparently for season 4 going to have 2 movies. At least one of them is moving to Netflix. Rumor is both of them will move to Netflix. The first one, at least, is going to be November 21st. I think both of them should release November 21st as Netflix specials. This is an interesting move, as Netflix is already the home for the War for Cybertron trilogy and another program that's in the works. So it really seems like Netflix is kind of becoming the home for Transformers. Kind of. As we know, Cyberverse was on in the United States, I think Cartoon Network, here in Canada, Teletoon. And it seems to be moving from, say, network television to Netflix for the specials for season 4. I'm down for it. I like Cyberverse, so I'm okay with seeing this. My only concern is that they're going to try and fit an awful lot into a fairly short time. My understanding is that the movie is an hour long. With commercials, it'll probably be like an hour and a half. I think they should. Well, actually, no, it's Netflix, so no commercials. I've heard it's an hour long. I don't know. That's not really a movie, but I guess when your episodes are 11 minutes, an hour seems like a lot. What else do we have as we go down here? YOLOPARK showed off their really in its entirety their Bumblebee movie, Shockwave. We saw last week a kind of crouched back on view of him. This time we have the full front on view. Highly detailed, challenging to put together, highly articulated. I think you need to paint them yourself, is my understanding. They come in gray for you to customize as you see fit. I like it. I think it's very true to the movie. I do feel like the head is a little wide, a little ovalish for my tastes. I don't recall if it's that ovalish in the films or not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's highly accurate. I tend to think it is. But I remember seeing it and thinking, super detailed, looks tremendous. That head isn't doing it for me, though. So, I mean, to each their own. I can confirm, as many people now know, and I suspected for a long time, and I explained it a while ago, the new Battle Across Time Mirage does not have the ability to accommodate his shoulder blaster. Impossible to do. Ripe for some sort of a third party, I guess, piece that would give a 5mm port. Not for me. I'm going to stick with the Siege, but to each their own. Speaking of Battle Across Time, we had another release showing, this one being Sideswipe, Earth Mode Sideswipe, which I said when Siege started, this is the way Sideswipe always should have been. And the peculiar addition of Beast Wars 2 Maximal Skywarp. And it's using the Air Razor mold. I love that mold. I'm okay with Skywarp, to be honest with you. But a lot of people are complaining, saying, well, if we're getting Skywarp, that totally negates and destroys the possibility of having Magnaboss. Not really. We all know how much Hasbro likes to reuse things. They could definitely do some retooling on that mold. New bird head, maybe. New wings, maybe. And I think they could release it using the North American name. I can't remember. Was he Prowl? Was the bird Prowl or was the bird Silverbolt? Maybe the bird was Silverbolt. I can't remember now. Using the North American name as part of Magnaboss. I could honestly see them doing it. Is it weird that we're getting the Skywarp? Yes. Was that a strange addition? Yes. But for me, I'm actually in for that set because that's the Sideswipe I wanted from day one, and I didn't buy the Siege. And I adore that Air Razor mold. I'm okay with having it as another Maximal, honestly. So I'm actually in for that one. A lot of people, though, have said that they don't feel like the Skywarp makes sense and they don't want it. And a lot of people that have Siege have said they're happy with Siege. They don't see a need to have this more Earth mode Sideswipe. I skipped Siege. I reviewed it, but I never owned it. I skipped the Siege. I think the Siege mold is fine for deep cover, for tracks, for not tracks, Tiger Track, and for even the G2 Sideswipe that I call Lambor. I can kind of pretend that none of them ever made it to Earth. But for Sideswipe himself and for Red Alert, no, I want the Earth mode. Speaking of Red Alert, there is an apparent listing for Red Alert. He is evidently in the US going to be a Walgreens exclusive, which I don't understand, which means here in Canada, he will most likely be an EB Games exclusive. Right now, just take this sort of as a rumor, but it's coming from a pretty reliable source, so I tend to think that that might be true, and it would sort of make sense. I presume that this exclusive would use that updated mold. I would be in for this exclusive. Yes, I would get this Sideswipe and this Red Alert. They were the molds I was waiting on all along. And I like at least with the Sideswipe, I like the really bright red. Like, it looks really good. I even compared it next to the animation, and except for the red on the outer side of his forearm, which is really supposed to be his door, except for that in the animation, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Like, even now, just initially looking at it, and in vehicle mode, he doesn't have the spoilers, but I'm thinking a strong 9.5 for that accuracy. I could change that as time goes on. We shall see. But that's kind of my thoughts there. Azure Studios, they showed off their Windblade statue, and it's beautiful, molded so gorgeous, detailed amazingly well. Of course, it's a statue, so know what you're getting into. It's not posable, it's not transformable, but it looks tremendous if you're in for art. Let's just mark off some of the stuff here because I went through a whole bunch of things there as well. We also had news of some reissue pre-orders gone up, and I think that that's really interesting, honestly. Tomorrow, here on the channel, tomorrow's review is actually going to be this set, which you probably saw in the thumbnail. This is on loan to me by friend of the channel, Maximal 10. This, of course, is the Refractor Reconnaissance Mission 3-pack, and I compare it to the stock release, and I also compare the Crimzeek to a resin cast that was provided to me thanks to Dragonfly, and like how I painted that. And even the resin cast of the little gray reflector camera that came in the Centurion pack, which I also custom painted. So we'll see kind of those two resin cast bits tomorrow, along with a full comparison of this set to the, I'll say, the animation accurate mainline release. The reason I mention that is because pre-orders for him have recently gone up. If you didn't get Reflector, if you only got one, if you didn't get all three, if you want all three, if you were waiting to get them all as a set, this is your chance, honestly. And it is a good set. The tolerances are uber, super, duper tight, man. But honestly, it's a good set. What else is up for pre-order? Some Alicons have gone up for pre-order in some places. That's cool. And Omega and Scorponok, apparently they're re-releasing again Omega Supreme. Again, it's not the Omega I have, but man, is it beautiful. It really, really is. Scorponok, if you missed it, get him. He's tremendous. And the Rainmakers. Here's the thing. Some people will say, well, the Rainmakers are just the Siege mold. They're gorgeous when you see them in hand. Like, there's something stunningly, eye-poppingly beautiful about them. There really, really is. If you didn't get it, get it. I'm going to, I guess, mark that off as well. Reissues there the way. Fans Toys. Let's talk a little bit of Fans Toys. They finally showed off a color sample of their Skull Cruncher, who will look pretty great next to their already released, I believe already released, Werewolf and Mindwipe. The first time we saw a grayscale of this was in 2018. Now we're seeing a colored sample in 2021, 3 years later. Fans Toys not quick to the take, but this does look very promising. It is MP scaled, so you have to be an MP collector, I guess. It's not going to be for me, but I like it. The green that seems to be like on the back of the head seems a little too light for my taste. It should be more of the forest green, I think, like the rest of the body, or black. So I don't really like that. But to say it's bad would be a lie. It looks tremendous. Sticking with Fans Toys for a minute, they're releasing a Huffer. The Huffer is, again, an MP Huffer. It stands 6.3 inches. It has plenty of articulation. The vehicle mode looks plenty accurate. I don't think they nailed the head sculpt on it. Something about it doesn't look right to me. Now, there are multiple faces, but I feel like the forehead is too shallow. Like, there should be more forehead, if that makes sense. If you're into Fans Toys, both of them look solid. I'm sure the transformations are going to be absolute horrendous, tumultuous, mind-boggling nonsense, but I'm sure that they will look beautiful in both modes. So if you're a Fans Toys fan, both of those, I would guess, hope, are somewhat imminent at this point. Oh, and the Huffer, to its credit, can pull the trailer of MP44 if you went out and spent the money on MP44. I think it would be cool if you could pull MP44's trailer and MP10's trailer, and maybe they're engineered the same way. I don't know. I'm not an MP guy. You guys know this. So I got that out of the way, and I got that out of the way. Cyber Factory, not a company I know. They are releasing a Bumblebee movie version of Starscream. Comes with 2 heads, stunningly painted and detailed, like really exceptionally well done paint. I assume it's meant to go with Movie Masterpiece. I really don't know the scale, and I haven't seen anything referencing it at all. but it is really gorgeous. I think this is a first outing for this company, but I feel like that these I feel like the people that are part of this company, this isn't their first time out. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're coming from somewhere else. Where that is exactly, I'm not sure. The vehicle mode looks weird, but the vehicle mode looks weird anyway. We all know that. Um, Gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. I think Cyber Factory is coming out with a strong offering to kind of kick things off. It has really great articulation that's shown in the images, and like the only way I can describe it is say it's hyper detailed, if that makes sense. Hyper detailed. Is that it for the news right there? Um, it is right there, and I got that one done. QD1 showed off a little vinyl version of Beast Wars Optimus Primal and Megatron. They each stand about 4.5 inches tall or 12 centimeters. We've seen the QD1 stuff before. It's like it's along these vinyls, these chibi, these super deformed, um, pop sort of style thing. They're cute, I guess, if you're into it. Kingdom Road Rage seems to have been revealed. And of course, Road Rage is a red version of tracks with a new head. Looks good. I can't say anything to it yet. Don't have the tracks. The track seems weird. We'll revisit it. I do think that if they were smart, they would also do a loud pedal. I would guess Road Rage, possibly loud pedal, are um, are probably going to be selects. Have we had any confirmation of a loud pedal? No. Zero confirmation of loud pedal. But the Road Rage is promising. What else do we have here? Magic Square showed off their Legends class Light of Freedom version 2.0 Optimus Prime. There are molding differences. The and the engineering and the articulation are really seem very inspired, especially around the hips. I like that we don't seem to have so much a hip skirt as part of the hip goes in under the hip skirt. It's really, really interesting and different. This, of course, is a gray prototype. We'll see what the full color is like. I like the chest better. I love the head sculpt on it, though. It looks like in the gray prototype, it might have soft lines. Great for a Legends collector. Do I think it was needed since the original isn't that old and pretty popular? No. I'll be interested to see the original Light of Freedom Legends next to the version 2 Light of Freedom Legends just to see what the differences are. Will it be worth the replacement this soon after the original release? I don't know. We'll see. But it's a surprise out of left field coming from Magic Square as far as I'm concerned. And we do have the only other thing left in the news is some pictures of the Ark. So I'm going to check in with you guys because I haven't done that. And then we'll talk a little bit about those Ark pictures in a moment. Then we have trivia, and then we have the unboxing, and then we're out of here, folks. So let's see. Let's go. And I know I've missed a lot. And I apologize for that. I mean, it is what it is, right? Let's see. Where am I? Hey Aries, if I didn't say it already, I think I stopped with Danny there. Drones were a gift from a friend. Yeah, Jay got a whole bunch of drones today. I got 2. That's all I wanted. I could get more. They're shockingly, they're actually fairly abundant around here now. I don't want more. 2 was good. But I can't argue for those that would build them. Honestly, that Siege Ironhide mold is pretty great. Want that trailer drone for my Earthrise Optimus. By trailer drone, what are you talking about, trailer drone? Do you mean the wheelie that came in that Centurion pack? Is that what that's supposed to be? Happened yesterday on eBay. Hey Ken, happy to see you here, buddy. Cyber seasons 1 and 2 are on Netflix in the US. Oh well, there you go. 1 and 2 is already there. Hey Waluigi, usually you're first to hear Waluigi. You're a little late today, buddy. You can use Sideswipe's gun to sling mirages going over. That's a lot of work. You can use side swipes to sling mirages. Just don't get the mirage. They've done a bad job with it. Just call it what it is. Call it a bad job, man. Or at least a bad job in terms of that. The rest of it, I'm sure, works great. Uh, I'm not going to say bad. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm going to say for me, the shoulder thing is iconic. So you should have engineered a port in there. This is all I'm saying. Should engineer, but you're right. You could do that. It just seems like a lot of unnecessary work to me. Like I'm not getting the Mirage. I don't. There's nothing that I like about it as much. To each their own, though. Um, do I plan? You keep at well, you don't keep asking me. That's a lie. But you and I have talked about this before. Do I plan on making a Liege Maximum? If I ever find the right mold that speaks to me, there's been a couple of ones thrown around and a couple of ideas thrown around that are okay, but none of it is really hitting me like boom. Yeah, that's Liege. We'll see. We'll see. Yes, but I got to wait for the right mold at the right time. I'm not rushing the Liege Maximum. Let's put it that way. Hey, Triple R, happy you're here, buddy. Um, I'm really tired of sideswipe now. I had to pass on that set. Well, see, here's the thing. I like my sideswipe is the old classics. And while I love that, the arms are somewhat limited. I detested the siege as sideswipe, and I detested the siege as red alert. I really didn't like them. And I said, when and if the day comes that they do an actual sensible Earth version, I'll get that. And lo and behold, sensible Earth version, I'm getting that. Works for me, but not for everyone. I realized the problem with Air Razor. While unboxing one of her wings is easy to come off. Not on mine. My Air Razor is tight as a tack. She's perfect. Everything on her is tolerance perfect. I have heard of issues with her. Um, I everything with her is butter on mine. Absolute butter. I don't know if I was lucky. I don't know, but there's nothing that comes off on mine. I have heard of it though, Sound Blaster, but I don't know how common it is. It's not my experience. That's all I can say there. Hey, Warren, Silverbolt. Oh, Silverbolt. Yeah, yeah. I couldn't remember. Prowl was the lion, right? Prowl was the one that's by Rice Lio Jr. Um, Battle Across Time. Twilight should be called back to the episode. A Decepticon Raiders of King. Yeah, maybe. I really liked Siege, and I have a few of them already. Um, hey, Calio. Uh, ooh, Caldio. Sorry. If we're getting a Beast Wars 2 character, maybe it may get more Beast Wars characters outside of season 1. We might. I spoke last week saying that the kind of metallic purpley paint that is used on T-Rex may very well be an indication of what they will do for transmetals going forward. And it looks good on him. I could see it possibly working. It's not chrome per se, it's more metallic, but I could see it working there really nicely. Walgreens exclusive. Since I moved, Walgreens is near. I will get Red Alert. Maybe that's a lot of capital letters, man. It's going good, Jorge. Or is it George? I'm not sure if it's Jorge or George. Um, why another Walgreens exclusive? Because they like exclusives? I don't know. I'm with you, Connor. Why? I don't know. Hey, Manitoba, happy to see you. I don't like most of these remolds because they're so lazy. That's true. A lot of them are quite lazy. And price is going up, man. Yeah, we love it, right? We love it when they take advantage of us, right? Eh, 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 eh. Um, I've never seen any more though. Let's see. Dancing cows made of metal that eat chicken and love cats. Okay. Hey, Mike. Hey, Ultra Marcus. Can't wait to see that. I haven't gotten any of those reflectors. It's an interesting set. It's a really, really interesting set. I have all three cameras. There you go. Danny has all three cameras. Resin cast. What? Dast, mast, last, hast, tast. Whoa. That was hard to say. I wouldn't want to have to say it like 3 times fast. I'm hoping that the 86 Grimlock gets reprinted as Shatterglass Grim. That'd be a big mold to redo there. I mean, they could, but that'd be a big mold to redo there. Um, As you go down here. I'm not even trying to read that Sound Blaster because I can't read. I'm not hip enough to read that. I am not that cool. I need a couple of Alicons to go with the drones. Yeah, I have 3 Alicons. I love them. I think the Alicons are fun. All in for Scorponok and the Rainmakers. Do it. You won't regret it. They're great. Since I not like I've reviewed Scorponok, I've reviewed the Rainmakers. Since shipping fluke happened where I got the Kingdom Galvatron. Cool. I don't expect him anytime before August here. But cool. I'm glad. I'm glad that you got him. Traveling to at the moment. We'll be in and out depending on reception. Yeah, Dragonfly, you've got a lot going on, buddy. It's okay. Don't you worry about it. Breaks into course of rain by the cult. I've got Galvatron and Roddy pre-ordered from GameStop. Fingers crossed. Pre-order tracks. And hey, ALB. Hey, Lee. Still waiting on my tracks. Road Rage. Yeah, Road Rage. I didn't even mention that. That's right. Road Rage is a Target exclusive, apparently, which means Road Rage would be most likely a Toys R Us exclusive. Here. Hey, Ninja Bill. Happy you're here, buddy. I definitely had it drop down there. Um, how did I go down so far? Um, there. Gee. Tracks Road Rage. They better do Loud Pedal. Here's the thing. I've never even heard of Loud Pedal until like this week. And then I looked up and I was like, that looks cool. I've never heard of it. I didn't know there was an MP. I know nothing about Loud Pedal. Um, MP44 just needs letterbox windows and he'd be perfect. The rest of the offerings and more. MP44 is not for me. I'm disappointed I didn't buy a new Earthrise Optimus trailer. Can't wait for Galvatron tomorrow. Early Father's Day gift. Nice. Um, Magic Square Suntacon's coming. That's cool. I made a custom Earthrise prowl made from smokescreen. Yes, the blue and red Datsuns, and I showed pictures on Reddit, and I think it turned out pretty good. Cool. I mean, white is hard to work with Elixir, so if you manage to make a prowl out of that mold, great. Awesome. Um, Taking a break from stop motion. I mean, I actually got a scene done in the season finale. Who knew? I actually had a couple of days, and I actually had the time to get a scene done. Yay! Just a little bit closer. Right now, I'm debating. Like I've said before, that part one is going to actually be because it's a 2-part season finale. The part one's going to be really big. Right now, I have like I'll say the first 2 scenes done, and even that is fairly substantive. I don't know. I don't know if I should do it all as like one kind of long piece, and then part 2 is episode 13. Like part 1 is episode 12, part 2 is episode 13. But I'm wondering if I should break episode 12 up into smaller chunks. I don't know. Do you guys like smaller chunks, or would you rather get like the cohesive story? Let me know. Somebody say it in the chat. Would you like the smaller chunks for the season finale, or would you like the more cohesive story all at once? As we go down here. What would you like for Liege? What kind? I don't know. I don't know. Have no idea. I will know the Liege. I don't have any ideas for the Liege. The only idea I've really had for the Liege is that studio series movie Thrust, because it's green and it's already weird, and I have no other Seekers like it, and I'm not getting the Starscream. I don't think it's a very iconic Seeker look, and I know that the space is there because of the transformation, where I could totally redo the head and make it Liege Maximo's head, and I think the paint would be easier to add. Right now, that's the one that's standing out to me. The Sparkless bot has come up, but like the while that's a good one, doing a proper Liege head would be a little tight for transformation, and I don't really want it'd have to be tight for transformation. Plus, the Seeker head is pretty iconic. The Seeker body is pretty iconic. So I'm not really feeling that. And there was another idea that I can't recall right now, but it was an all right one. It would need more paint was the issue with that one. I can't remember now what that was. But that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling the that Armada Studio Series one with some paintwork and a new head. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sold on it by any stretch of the imagination. Honestly, you are giving it here in the chat now infinitely more thought than I have. I want to do a Liege. I don't have anything that stands out to me right now as it would be a good mold for it. And I'm not trying to shoehorn something in. I want it to make sense. I want it to be a sensible extension of my primes and a sensible extension for Liege Maximo. Hey, Mr. Rivas. Who's to the left of Getaway and Counter Punch? Getaway and Counter Punch over here, the like green one. It's movie Ratchet, who I use as Remedy. Eraser is almost perfect. Hey, Maddie, I probably do. I teach a lot of places. I'm looking for someone that wants the king. A lot of people are looking to offload that Skywarp. I think that's too bad. I think you're underselling yourself with Skywarp. Um, like, no, you're undervaluing Skywarp. But I get it. For Triple R, I get it because he's not a Beast Wars guy. I totally get it. I don't like the combinations of Beast Wars and G1 characters in those packs. Yeah, no, I don't like the packs at all. I detest the packs. Do I have any ideas for my Cronus? I'm just using the Titan Master Micronus. Why not? I mean, we actually have a Micronus. He's supposed to be a micro guy, so I'm just using him. I don't need any ideas. We actually have one. If we actually have the prime, then I'm not doing anything for him. I'm using the actual, like my Macadam is Macadam, right? Or my Alchemist Prime is Macadam because we actually have him. Thanks, input. I got him now thanks to input. I had a wing come off. There you go. That's 2 reports of a wing coming off in the package. I don't know what you guys are doing. Mine was perfect, but be careful, I guess, I suppose. Even the wiki talks about the wings. Anyway, I have to go. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay. I mean, maybe the wiki does talk about the wings. All I can say is mine have worked like butter, and I had no issues at all. And I transformed her a billion times, and I've done everything to her, and she's fine. And I can only speak from my experience. Same thing when I experience QC issues that nobody else has experienced. It happens, right? Let's see. You mean from the 2-pack? You don't want Skyward because I'll take it. There you go, Triple R. Transformers 2002 will take it. We go down here. Facebook, Twitter, the guy's talking. I'm sending loud battle trivia now. Would have been on sooner. Finished watching Racer X. I don't know what that is, but okay, cool. Cool. I'm glad you got your Kingdom Galvatron Sovereign. I guess. A lot of people did BBTS do something like did they get a bunch of Galvatrons in or something? Like I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like I must have missed something. It's been a busy week, right? But I'm glad if you guys are getting your Galvatrons early and you're getting them now. Cool. Great. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the ARC pictures. It was really shots that came up from the first real review that went up. Hey, funny. What? Road Rage is the mold I want most, being a fembot. So the arc is certainly tall. It is not as tall as Scorponok. It is a little bit shorter. I would say more akin to Omega, maybe a little bit taller than Devastator and Predaking. Maybe that's where I'm kind of feeling his height. In robot mode, I'm sure he's pretty functional. The fingers are a little more limited than what they've been in the past. Actually, a lot more limited than what they've been in the past. I I still can't tell if he actually has a waist. I'm assuming he does. He definitely has a small torso, like a huge upper body, with the way the shoulders and stuff, come out. Big forearms and small upper arms. It's very Popeye-like. The transformation seems to be a little bit more involved than I originally thought it was going to be. The arc looks good, and I think it's probably the more compact way to store him, to be honest with you. I still don't like the big gaping openings on the side of the arc. The the little Optimus that comes, that's a throwaway. There was no need to include that. It's trash. I get it. You put it with mainframe, and he can go up that little ramp, blah blah blah. But I feel like in arc mode, like with the base bots, when they're in their base mode, at least you can have other bots, legends or micromasters or something, like drive around them and interact, and it feels like a base. It feels like there's a lot going on. I don't feel like there's a lot going on with this guy in either mode. I think he's cool, but there's not a lot going on. A lot of people's drag to this guy is the arc. My drag is the 13th prime. Honestly, my drag for this guy is the fact that he is supposed to be a representation of the 13th prime. I don't care that he's an arc. Apparently, the colors have changed somewhat from what we got with the stock images. Certainly, the battle damage seems to be a different hue shade. I wish they didn't have any battle damage, but I kind of like this better. There are yellow highlights on it, though, that I detest. Do not like the yellow highlights. And I do think the guy would very much, and I've never said this before because usually I don't care, but I feel like this guy in particular would really benefit from some panel lining detail. Like really, 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 really benefit from it. But that's just me. So we can, again, do I still think it's worth the US price? Yes. Do I think it's worth the Canadian price? Not a chance. Do I think it's worth the Canadian price? Let's do trivia, and I'm going to go back and check this because I already asked you guys a question. One big episode for part one of the season finale, or kind of smaller chunks. Here's this week's trivia, provided to us by me. This time I found it. It was the easy one. In God Gambit, when Astrotrain decides that he's going to destroy the Energon crystals, is brought up that it will wipe out an entire village. Jiro, one of the local natives, pleads to be spared, to which Astrotrain replies, "Die like the blank you are." Is it die like the slug you are? Die like the roach you are. So A is slug, B is roach. Die like the bug you are. That's C. Or die like the worm you are. That's D. Which one is it? A, B, C, or D? I'm going to go up and I'm going to read a little bit of the stuff here while you guys are kind of getting that together. Down here. Oh, came in early. I got you. Do I have any ideas for Onyx Prime? The closest right now is some sort of a custom job done with the Ultra Class Animorph Visser 3. That seems the best thing. Although a lot of people said, what about Transformers Prime Predaking? Valid, but he's pretty iconic as Predaking as it is. So I kind of don't want to do that. I might if I was able to figure out a way to give him the hind leg so he had all four legs. I saw you look at images, post on the arc. I may want the Earthrise trailer drone, but I can't accept it from someone that someone needs it as I do. Oh, okay. Still the best representation of the arc we have. Yeah, it is. You're right. Due to the what? One card, I think we may be getting a Thrustor. I don't remember Thrustor, and I wouldn't jump to a conclusion like that. We could get a Thrustor. I don't even remember the guy on. I don't remember anything about Beast Wars 2, or Neo. I don't remember this. You guys remember this stuff. It's like when people comment, they got quotes and stuff, and they think they're being right clever. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't remember that. And then they got to explain to me, and it falls flat. I don't remember stuff. Like I've watched Beast Wars 2, I've watched Neo. I'm going to tell you now, I haven't watched them since 2016. A lot has happened, man. Maybe 2017. A lot has happened since then. I don't remember what went on there. I know I detest Stampy. I remember that. And I didn't like Tasmania Kid. I remember. I didn't really like the shows. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Japanese fiction or the way they tell stories. And I was like, I watched it because it's Transformers, but I can't say I enjoyed it. You can find me. You can find what? Oh, you can find me in the Tales from Teletron podcast. Yeah, Facebook group. AC. Yeah, AC's easy. Got to find. Uh, I had the Arkham pre-order, but I canceled it. They changed the paint scheme, and it's not like it was originally. I don't like. I saw. I'm not really sure what they changed, honestly, outside of the battle damage. Like I've looked at the like actual release next to the pictures, and I'm not really seeing the differences. I don't know what they are. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm like, people are like, look at these major differences. I'm like, I don't see any. Honestly, outside the battle damage, I see zero differences. But if you felt the need to cancel it, man, then you do you. The arc figure looks like a lazy attempt to introduce a new Titan. Well, it is. It's 100% a lazy attempt. Look, they should just retire Titan class. The main Titans have been done. They're done. Just retire it. If you're not going to retire it, then go back and re-release Metroplex. Do that one because some people missed them. But no, no, retire Titan. Second time here. Love planning on coming back. Thanks. That's great, Warren. Appreciate it, man. If people don't like, sure, but I say this to them: show me a better representation of the arc. Oh wait, Starscream Wife does hate battle damage. So do I. That's why I tend to take it off a lot of the time. I don't know. Is it? I mean, it wasn't good before. You're saying it's crappier than before, but it was terrible before. It never should have been on there. I think it's better because I don't think it's as noticeable because it's not all dark. No black windows. Are there windows? You're saying no black windows. Are there windows? I don't know. I don't remember seeing any windows. The head has not been changed. No, it hasn't. You keep saying you're saying that, and where where has the head been changed? A lot of people were saying that, and I was like, no, it hasn't. Um, the only figure I could actually like the battle damage on is Hound. Um, Arc would also benefit from cartoon scoring on the hull, I guess. I prefer the longer episode only because it feels like a mini movie in a nice way. That's what I figured too. And I like a Metroplex at a decent price. Good luck. If Hasbro re-release it, you're not getting it at a decent price. Huge yes on re-release. I passed Titans for a while. Battle damage always sucks. Yeah, I agree. Hey, MK, passing on the arc. Fair enough. Okay, by the way, nobody answered the trivia, man. Like, not one person answered the trivia.
Everybody answered the trivia.
Where? I didn't see it anywhere.
Like, it was all D and Worm.
Oh, look at that. I missed all this. Oh my goodness, I'm going up. And I missed all this. It jumped. It must have jumped. Okay. And you guys are right. It is D. It is absolutely D. I'm sorry, guys. I'm absolutely sorry. I don't know. It must have just jumped. I apologize. This is why I got Starscream Wife, right? Because she catches this stuff that I miss. Okay, so let's do the unboxing because that's the only thing left. Now, I had a box come in thanks to Masterfire, actually. Big thank you. Huge thank you to Masterfire. I had a box come in, and on it was a Shapeways sticker. Now, I am. Yeah, she does have your backs. I am expecting a Shapeways package. I thought I was going to have it for today because it was supposed to arrive today. When I checked the tracking, it actually says expected arrival today before 12 noon. It's now 10 after 8 here. Not getting it today. And the last time the tracking updated, it was in Montreal. It would need to come to probably DF first, then probably St. John's, then probably to my community, and then to me. So I'm not expecting it soon. It is what it is. So what did I get? Something that I've had on pre-order for a long time, something that I've had on pre-order since July of 2020, and it never came here. But interestingly, I don't think it's a Amazon exclusive anymore. I think that has lapsed because a couple of, I'm going to say, smaller retailers that are all of a sudden becoming bigger retailers that I'd never heard of had limited quantities that went up for pre-order and sold out. Now, they are estimating a release in like September, October. Um, I just got my 9th delay notification a couple of days ago for my order from Amazon, but I guess I won't need that now because I have our boy Dirge and our lad Ramjet. Oh boy, does it feel nice to finally, at long last, round out the cone heads. And of course, to go with them is, oh, Thrust and Sandstorm, who I think I renamed Sandblast. I wrote the name down. I don't remember what I renamed him now. What I didn't realize about these is just how much paint is on them. Just how much paint. Are they good? Because honestly, across all of the Earthrise molds, so far, my favorite use has been Sandstorm in the best tolerance. How are these guys going to be? We will see. I already, thanks to Grimlock Gone, have a landing gear put with this guy and a landing gear put with this guy. In robot mode, they just quite simply store on the back in the like hole that's on their back. So I am so happy to have them. So very, very happy to have them. Okay, let's go back and just check in here with you guys just a little bit. It was a long time coming. Huge, huge thank you to Masterfire for that. Like really, really huge thank you. I have been waiting a long time for them, man. A long, long, long time. If you hear a motor, I think that's a motorcycle out on our street. And it is very warm here today, so the windows are actually open. It is. I never checked your time zone. Our time zone is only for us. It's Newfoundland Standard Time, NST. We are our own time zone. Gotta go eat. That's fine, man. You take care. I've been quiet listening while packing things for a move. Oh, yeah, I remember you posting about that Maximal 10. I still have a bunch of Maximal 10 stuff here. Those reflectors that we're looking at tomorrow, Maximal 10s. Carbon scoring. Okay, yeah. Blaze, do you think it would be cool to get some Stunticon repaints of some of the not for me. If I am getting Stunticons, I want them to combine, and I have a Menasor, and I'm not going out and paying a bunch of money on it. But do I think some of them could be adapted? Sure. I don't need them. I got my Stunticons, and I'm good. But if you want Stunticons, I guess I don't. I'm not a huge. I was never a huge Menasor Stunticon fan. Like they're all right. I'm glad to have them, but my favorite's Bruticus, personally. But not bad. Not bad. I mean, I see where you're coming from. I think it would be cooler if they retooled the car so they could actually combine. I really like the cone heads. Yeah, I like them too. Cartoon scoring. I don't know what you're talking about. What's cartoon scoring? Or carbon scoring? I don't even know what carbon scoring is. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know this stuff. What's carbon scoring? Somebody tell me what that is. Is it because of the? Are you talking about from the thrusters or something? Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean. Look who the cash dragon. I rarely transform my Starstream. What? Mine is battle damage. Okay. Where did you get them? I really need Ironhide and Prowl and Ratchet. Where did I get what? I don't know what you're talking about, Elixir.
The cone heads?
Oh, the cone heads? I got the cone heads from Masterfire. I don't know where he got them. For Ironhide, Prowl, and Ratchet, I got a Ratchet from EB Games, and then I got a Ratchet in the 2-pack with the Paradron Medic from Amazon, and my Ironhide and my Prowl came from Amazon. No, Starscream Wife's never broken anything. She actually has a pretty good knack usually for transforming stuff. Didn't Thrust have bad experiences with a cat? I don't know. Did he? I don't know. Yeah, I was really, really happy about the cone heads. Can't wait to get mine as soon as there's an official re-release, right? Thank you, Tommy. The half hour. I thought it was Starscream Blue. Check my. I will send you the video about the arc changes. You can. I think that they're pretty minor. Like I saw the pictures next to each other. There's so minuscule changes that I don't even really notice them. I'll look at the video, but I think I'm gonna be like, this is nitpicking. I actually got the 2-pack last summer from Amazon. Yeah, that's what I got 2-pack last summer from Amazon. What's the website called? I don't know what website you're talking about. Well, now, are you talking about my cone heads came from Masterfire, not the site, came from our Masterfire. He was here at the beginning of the chat. Masterfire. Check out his channel. Would you like the cons based on con forces from Transformers Devastation in the like I saw Devastation played once, so I kind of don't care. However, that being said, would I be down for some more uses and colors? Crimson actually did customs for this, I think was Crimson. For like Run Amok and Runabout for some of those Viacons. Yeah, sure, why not? Otherwise, I don't really know what was special about the kind of like army drones there and what molds were used for it. So I can't. It's hard for me to say, but I don't do a lot of army building, so probably not. I see the reasoning for it, and I see that people would want it, and I think it would sell. But if it's just like Decepticon drone number 1, Decepticon drone number 2, I don't know if I need it. In reference to Child's play of Thrust and Cats. Oh yeah. See, I don't even remember like Thrust. Like I remember Child's play, but like I don't remember Thrust having any interaction with the cat. I don't remember that stuff, guys. My old trailer to Netflix and give semi-new to my current Optimus. I just received Rotorstorm days ago. I couldn't get Spinister. Nice. Rotorstorm is so good. Do you want some missile pods for your cone heads? I sure, I guess. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? And that's where we're going to end things. Ladies, gentlemen, we've been here for a little while. I appreciate you coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do really know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, of course. Hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member, baby. Hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us. Don't forget Reflectors coming up tomorrow. Also, don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, man, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way, baby. You guessed it, inside the, so I move over here, videos.